breaking the chains around you. Nobody else can find you. Take a good look around you. Now you're breaking the chains.
This is Jeff with Shout Out Minnesota, and we are here with
Don Dokken.
Don. Thanks for joining us tonight. St. Croix Casino, Turtle Lake, fifth of the acoustic shows and final acoustic shows.
We wrapped it up.
Yep, you're the anchor, and
you wrapped it up and crushed it.
Yes, you did. Brought a hell of a show, and very responsive with the crowd. How was it from your end on stage?
Good. You know, I blew a few clams on the Beatles songs. I haven't played them in 6-7 months. I made a couple mistakes, but I always make mistakes. So. But you got to own it. But it was great. You know, I love playing the Beatles songs. I love playing the Dokken songs. I like people in here, the Dokken songs, how I wrote them. I wrote them on acoustic guitar, and then I would rock them out. You know, I wrote a song, and Lynch would, you know, metalize it, or I would rock. You know, I play guitar. So, but it's nice to take the fans and go, this is the way the song was envisioned. I wrote this way on acoustic guitar. So we're going back to where the song was written. It's kind of interesting.
So it flows pretty well. A lot of people find it a big difference going from a regular show standpoint to acoustic. Do you feel natural with that, or?
I do 3 acoustic shows a year. Of course, do I feel natural doing it? Of course I do. Look, I'm just feeling it.
Okay, and we also noticed too, which you also said on stage about the Beatles, and are they the biggest influence to you?
There are the Beatles, are the most well-known influence, but there's a lot of other 60s bands when I was really young. The Kinks, the Hollies, Dave Clark 5, Power Bear and the Raiders, the British Invasion bands, you know, Procol Harum, all those bands influenced me. So I was, 13 years old.
Now, you've been around, you said 35 years. That's a long time in the industry.
I'm only 40. It doesn't make any sense.
Basically, I do want to say this. Out of all the artists that we've had here, 2 of the artists, which was Kip Winger, I believe, and Jack Russell, both mentioned you by name on stage.
Oh, that's nice of them.
You've been pretty much an influential person in the music industry.
Stage,
yeah, can you believe that?
Well, Jack calls me Pops. Jack Russell is the first Great White album I produced. I actually found them in a garage in Orange County, and I knew Mark Kendall, and they said, will you produce this and help us get a record deal? So I took Jack and the boys under my wing, helped Jack. He was very young, didn't really know a lot about vocal chops and this and that. He had that beautiful Robert Plant voice, but didn't know how to do with it. I had Michael Wagner living with me, turned out to be a very famous producer and engineer. So Michael Wagner and I produced the first Great White album. Jack and I have had this long history together. That's sweet of him to mention me on stage in a positive way, I hope.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Kip had to say.
I can't remember, but I know you mentioned you on stage, and you've had a lot of interaction with a lot of the artists and stuff,
yes.
and had a lot of projects as well. Can you mention some of the notable ones that meant a lot to you?
Well, some of the bands I produced that were nothing and ended up being something was Black and Blue. They got a record deal on Geffen for my production. Of course, Great White, I got them a deal on Enigma, and then they went on to be in Capitol, had a huge hit. XYZ, who now is a singer for the other Great White. She was a singer in XYZ. I got them their first record deal and produced them. I really didn't know how many bands I produced until I saw the discography somebody made on the internet. It was like 15 bands, and I said, really? I produced 15 bands other than Dokken? Wow, I don't remember, honestly, I didn't remember all those bands. There was a band called Shy that went to a #1 or #2 in England I produced, had a huge hit. But I don't remember all that stuff, honestly. I just did it. A lot of producers charge money, I understand that. Money, points, they want part of the deal, they want the publishing. Most of the bands I produced in the 80s, I just did it for free. I made $2,500 producing Great White and sold 1 million records. I could have made hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I was doing it to help, to pay it forward.
Right.
It sounds, cheesy, or I'm sounding righteous because I say, oh, I just did it to help people out, but it's true. I did it to help people out. You pay it forward. I believe in that, and I don't give a fuck. The Larby Levins of TMZ don't believe that kind of stuff. I talk shit about everybody that says I'm trying to help people out. Ah, you're so full of yourself. I do it because it's the way I run my life. I run my life that way.
So how did you get in the music industry?
I don't know. By accident. Everybody asks me how I got famous. I got the business by accident. It's the truth, and that's the truth. I was playing bars to make money. I was playing top 40 to make money. I worked in a gas station. I pumped gas. I worked as a cook. I cooked burgers. We played in the weekends in bars in Hermosa Beach called I can't remember the names of the clubs. We just played bars. Mick Mars and I were both playing the club scene. Mick Mars and I were both in the same bands. Vendetta, and I had Dokken. Actually, it was called Airborne before Dokken. And Mick Mars and I were just trying to make a living. $50, $75 a night just to pay our rents. If you play a couple times a week, you make $500 a month. You got 5 roommates, you can make the rent. And Mick and I would always talk about, what would be so great if we got famous, or what would be so great if we got a record deal. And I remember Mick, he's formed another band, a top 40 band, and he called it Motley Crue. And I remember a couple years later, he said, I'm thinking about leaving Vendetta and forming a new band, and I'm going to call it Motley Crue. And there's a kid named Nicky Sixx and Tommy Lee, and I'm looking for a singer. And I remember that. That was yesterday, sitting in my house.
Wow.
And now Motley Crue is one of the biggest bands in the world.
So
I'm
much
happy
history.
for Mick. And I respect people like that. He's an underrated guitar player. He's a great guitar player. He has the same disease I have. I have spondylosis. He has spondylosis, which is in your spine. Mine's pretty bad. I have like 7 discs that are blown out. So I do the best I can. It's painful. Mick has it too, but he goes on stage with a guitar and just rocks out. And I give him a lot of respect. I'm more of a whiner. I get more, oh, my back, oh shit. my spondylosis, my stenosis, oh, God, I need an epidural. But Mick just sucks it up and goes out there and plays every night, and I have a lot of respect for him, that he keeps going like that.
Another question I have too is you had vocal surgery a few years back. How for a vocalist,
it really helped. Since I had my voice done, I gotta sound like the Godfather. It really helped a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I was like, I go la 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 la. That's what my voice was. I couldn't go la 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 la. I go la 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 la. I was like, what the fuck? And I had a polyp, and it was what it was.
Do you think that's a more common thing that happens to a lot of vocalists?
No, unless you smoke. I smoked.
Oh, okay.
And I sing. And it's like anything, like a clutch in a transmission. You keep burning that clutch, and speed shifting, and burn the rubber on the clutch, and burn the clutch wheels out. It's gonna fucking take a hit. I've sang 4,000 or 5,000 shows in my life. It's a lot of shows.
Okay.
It's gonna take a hit.
What
now I'm better. I only sing 2 or 3 nights a week. That's it.
Oh, there you go. New projects, anything that's current or out or
Nope.
You're working on?
Nope. Just working on a new song. We're gonna do one song, write a new song, do a video, and put it out to YouTube.
Okay.
One song, one video, straight to YouTube. This summer we're playing these big festivals: Sweden Rock, Montreal, UG Festival, like 70,000 people, 50,000 people, Oshkosh, Roar in the Shore. We're doing these big festivals. I want to put some product out there. But to write a record, 10 songs, takes a lot of energy. I can't be on tour and write a record. I don't have time. Because I've learned that family is really more important to me. My children, my son, my daughter, my Elizabeth, my dogs, my 3 dogs. 2 of them are like old. They're like the last year of their life. I want to be home in the garden. I'm working in our pond. I'm out feeding my koi fish every day, man, on our estate. That's
Enjoying
what
it.
I want to do. I want to enjoy life, and I don't really see the point. Some of these artists I saw that come through here, that stay on the road 8 months, 9 months out of the year. I don't get it.
Toll.
How much money do you need? If you're rich and you're famous and you're a TV reality star and you just stay on the road, you have a wife, a child, the children are growing up, you're not there to see them grow up. I went through that with my kids. They're 2, then they were 3, and then they were 5. And I choose not to do that. I choose life and family and being home out of glory and going, yes, I am cool, adore me, yes, adore me, oh yeah. I choose not to do that.
Good. Well, I thank you a lot for your time. And social media wise, how can fans get a hold of you?
Call me.
Call them. You hear that? Facebook, Twitter, anything.
DOKKENcentral.net.
There it is. Find all the information on
It's
there
all
that you
there,
need.
bios, tour dates, dirty pictures, pictures of our bare asses.
The black box, right?
The black box. Yeah, well, I probably told that story tonight. The black box. She called it actually Pandora's box. And I said, yeah, it was Pandora's box. I kind of regret burning those pictures. It was like, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, look at that. She trimmed it so sweet and that beautiful little, the little peach. I don't know who she was. I can't see her picture, but look at the peach. Oh, I fucked that. Oh, that's so awesome. I was so lucky. It's all gone now.
Yep, it is.
Into the fire.
Well, thanks again for your time, and good luck to you in future endeavors. And
All
thanks.
the best to you.
All right, thank you.
Into the fire, into the fire, into the fire, into the